If you're wondering why you've been seeing all these stories about teachers touching students and having sexual intercourse with students, this is the reason why they're doing it. So, this teacher, apparently, she got only 15 months after admitting she had sex with 16-year-old student and also gave him marijuana. This case happened in Pennsylvania. This woman is 36 years old. She also admitted to this in court. And this is funny because I actually talked about it in a video that I did. I think it was earlier this week or last week. But this is the reason why female teachers think that they can get away with anything. Because let's flip the roles. If this was a man, a male teacher, right, having sexual intercourse with a 16-year-old girl at school, well, we already know what's going to go on.
FBI, open up!
You know, he's definitely going to get sentenced to at least 20 years, and he might not ever see the light of day ever again in his life.
Bombakat!
Rightly so. But this is what I mean when I say that, women get preferential treatment, right? And they are not held to the same standard as men are. And this is the reason why these female teachers think that they could just go around and touch kids and have sexual intercourse with their students and give them marijuana, by the way. And she just goes to court, admits to it, gets labeled as a tier 2 sex offender, and she gets 15 months in prison, and then she's going to be supervised for the next 80 months after she does that 15 months. I really don't understand why we can't just lock these people up, male or female, and just throw the key away. No need to execute them, right? No need for the firing squad. Right? Just lock them up. But again, like I said, right? This is why women on average serve less time for the same crimes they commit as men. Everybody goes easy on women. They're not held to the same standard. And, as well, the judges, some of you guys, man, you need to go to jail, man. Some of y'all judges need to go to jail. Oh, my days, man. Bro, giving somebody 15 months who literally had sexual intercourse with a child in school and also gave him marijuana.
Bombakat!
15 months. This is crazy. But yeah, here you go. This is the answer to why you've been seeing all these cases of teachers, and all these cases are coming out now of teachers, touching children, and female teachers touching boys, because they're just going to get a slap on the wrist whenever they get caught. All they have to do is just admit to the crime, and that's it. All of a sudden now you get a light sentence. She spent $3,000 to go see her favorite artist at a concert when it was her 3-year-old's birthday.
I don't have enough time, but I'm pissed off right now, you guys. I literally paid over $3,000 to go on a trip to see my favorite artist ever, motherfucking Trail, just Sean Golden. And why I just go on Instagram and I'm at the motherfucking airport, finna go to Orlando to fucking out, and they said it's drop out. I'm literally gonna crying on my soul. I'm really like, I can't do this.
I've said it many times on here, but I really feel sorry for the new children of this generation, because these parents and, some of these parents out here, their priorities are really messed up. You're telling me that it's your child's birthday, and instead of spending your child's birthday, whether it's a boy or a girl, instead of doing that and making the day special for that child, you left your child to pay $3,000, money that you could have spent on the child's birthday, by the way, which I wouldn't recommend spending that much at that age on the birthday, but you could have spent the money, or, spent the money towards the child in general for its benefit, but yet still you decided to go to a concert in Orlando. And what makes it worse is that you were going to an NBA YoungBoy concert.
Bombakat!
And for the people who don't know NBA YoungBoy, he's basically a rapper, very popular rapper within the black community, especially, and among the younger generation. But he sings about killing people and, basically doing a whole bunch of debauchery. But these are who the young generation, right? People my age, right? Gen Z, the new parents today. These are the people who they look up to.
Bombakat!
You missed your 3-year-old's birthday. Now you're stuck at the airport. Bro, this is a mad thing, bro. And then she has the audacity to come on the internet talking about, oh, I'm about to cry, as if everybody else is supposed to feel sorry for her. No, you failed your child. And this is why children today, especially kids in the black community, right, are growing up like this. Because chances are, if she listens to NBA Youngboy and she's willing to miss her 3-year-old's birthday, spend $3,000 to go to Orlando to watch a guy, by the way, who shoots about shooting shit up. Can you imagine the type of music that she actually allows her child to listen to? Right? Can you imagine that child is probably gonna grow up listening to people who talk about, shooting shit up.
Bombocat!
But again, these are the new parents. Priorities are so messed up, and she expects us to feel sorry for her because she missed her flight. No, you failed as a parent. This is a very sad story, but at the same time, this is very negligent. So this teen was dancing on top of an SUV. Now, I'm going to racially profile here and say that she was probably twerking, right? She was probably twerking on top of an SUV, as we always see in those videos. And then she fell off the SUV after it made a left turn, and she was then fatally hit by a fire truck that was on a call. Yeah.
Friends hanging out the windows and dancing on cars at red lights.
Craziness.
Reaction that many people have when they see them in traffic. Police are investigating a similar incident that happened late Saturday night. 18-year-old Nyla Simmons was dancing on an Escalade at around 11:20 p.m. at the Shoto and South Compton intersection. When the driver took the left, Nyla fell off the car. Moments later, she was hit by a city fire truck on its way to a call.
This appears to just be a horrible accident.
Police say the Escalade Nyla was in seems to be some type of limousine, making the question of if charges will be filed against the driver even more complicated.
Young people do things that they may not necessarily do as adults.
St. Louis police say this is definitely not the first time they've seen or heard of young people surfing on top of cars or even hanging out of them in traffic.
Sometimes we see slight increases when it comes to juvenile-related incidents, especially in the summer months. This is now the time to have those conversations. What should you do and what should you not do?
Nah, man, we need to start holding these younger people accountable. If you are 18 years old, you are now considered an adult. You can vote in the next election. You can actually buy certain things that you could not before. If you are 18 years old, you are now considered an adult. You are going to be tried as an adult if you commit a crime. So this is the problem with society. We are coddling people and not holding them accountable because, oh, this is what how are you going to call an 18-year-old a juvenile? And listen, I really wish that this would have never happened, right? Even if she had got run over by the truck, I wish she would have just, if she was doing this and she fell off the SUV, that she would have just got up and the truck would have never ever had to be on a call. But, what do you know?
Bombocat!
And on top of that, she had a child at home. So if you have a child at home, while you're outside at 11:20 p.m. twerking on top of an SUV, putting yourself in danger, hence putting your child potential future also in danger because, things like this can happen and you won't be around for the future. I mean, what do you know? But again, this comes from ridding young people of responsibilities.